Money FM 89.3. Best of breakfast. Companies to watch.
Welcome to Companies to Watch, and you're here with me, Danko, on this very special edition because it seems like today we have a slightly different format. It seems like we've got 4 stock picks for the month of October, and joining me today is Emaad Akhtar, which is sitting just right across the table from me. Good morning, Emaad.
Good morning, sir. How was your F1 weekend?
It was tiring to say the least, but fantastic weekend, of course.
Excellent.
And of course, on the other end of the table, we've got Audrey Siek as well. Good morning, Audrey.
Good morning. Hello, hello.
Hello.
All right, guys, and it is the ultimate showdown. Now, this is something that we've talked about for a while, and we've decided, maybe it would be a bit of a fun thing for us to pick a stock for the month and decide who might be the winner by the end of it. And today, I will start with my very first stock pick, and I'll go with Alibaba.
Okay.
Yes, and this is a stock that a lot of us are very familiar with. After all, we know them as a Chinese e-commerce giant. But lately, it seems like it's been talked about in a different light as a tech company building its own AI infrastructure, pushing chip development and leveraging its massive ecosystem. Okay, so before I get into the details, what we'll do is basically we'll give 3 driving factors to the stock, and you decide if any one of these 4 stocks would come out as the champion for the month. Okay, so let's start off with Baba. Okay, and for this month, I've chosen Alibaba because of 3 very simple points. And first things first, it has to be the chip independence and the margin control that it has. And this comes amid reports that Alibaba is training some models using its own in-house AI chips and testing domestically made inference processors under its T-Head division. So this would likely help to, allow them to vertically integrate their in-house chip operations, which also reduces reliance on NVIDIA's chips, which we've seen having faced a lot of regulatory hurdles in recent years. So this might do very well in allowing them to cut their reliance on foreign supply. The second point that I've raised would be the cloud and platform synergy that it has. Now, if you look at Alibaba's ecosystem, it has, from the likes of e-commerce, maps, payments, cloud, and it's basically like a super app of sorts. It gives it built-in distribution for AI services, and its cloud could likely also grow faster with AI workloads, benefiting from internal demand. And of course, finally, the third point that I will be bringing up for Baba would be the momentum and the story premium that it already has. Now, with tech investors hunting names exposed to AI upside in China, we're talking about Alibaba's combination of skill, brand, and bold moves that would likely give a chance to outperform in the short term, especially when there's a news catalyst. If you've been looking at how, its stock been performing lately, well, the stock has been up more than 120% year to date and last traded at $188.03.
Not too bad.
Yeah, so that's all I have for Alibaba.
All right.
You're next, Audrey.
I'm going to jump in here, and I'm also going to stay in China for this one.
China.
Yeah, the one stock you might want to keep on your radar this month is Pop Mart.
Oh, and why is that?
So I know that we've talked about Pop Mart on Companies to Watch. Of course, they've been all over social media. Labubu's are a big thing now. But they have just announced plans to open a 7,000 square foot flagship store in the heart of Times Square, New York.
Wow.
Okay. It's set to open next year. So they're taking their toys international in a pretty big way. So why I think this matters to investors, here are my 3 reasons. Number 1, they're facing explosive growth, right? Pop Mart's revenue shot up nearly 200% year over year in the first half of this year, hitting around 13.87 billion Chinese yuan. And Labubu alone pulled in roughly $677 million. Okay. That's a lot of collectible dolls. I feel like number 2, global expansion. They're definitely not just stopping at Asia, right? The Times Square store will be their biggest U.S. investment yet, which puts them shoulder to shoulder with names like Disney, which is not even considered a rival because they're considered two separate entities.
Yeah.
But I think that they could tap into Disney's fan base as well, which leads into my point number 3. I do think that they have a strategy behind everything that they're doing. Pop Mart is building a Disney-style kind of ecosystem around Labubu. So you can think of merchandise, of content, even theme parks one day
I'd love
maybe.
to see a Labubu theme park.
Yeah. So I think they're aiming for long-term appeal and not just a one-season kind of craze. Opening up in Times Square is a big step. It's going to cost a lot of money. Imagine the rent and the number of Labubus they have to sell in order to just pay off the rent.
Yeah.
But I do think they have ideas as to how to tap into their markets. They have a lot of collaborations now. I don't know if you saw that they collaborated with Crocs, you know, the shoe slipper thingy.
I used to own some Crocs.
Yeah, and it launched in Singapore not that long ago, one of their collections, and it was sold out before it even came.
Wow.
Yeah. So I do think that they have a lot of growth potential still and global ambition. So I think that Pop Mart is definitely one to watch.
Excellent. Why do I feel like you're going to drag the family to Times Square next year for the launch?
Oh, I'm not going to go there. Don't worry.
All right, I'm going to move away from China and pick a stock that we are all very familiar with, especially if you have received COVID-19 vaccines, which I know we all have.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Pfizer. Now, just a bit of context to this stock pick. Donald Trump last week had said his administration would impose 100% duties on branded pharmaceuticals starting October the 1st, unless a company was building U.S. manufacturing plants. So Pfizer stuck its neck out and decided it was going to be the leader of the big pharma pack and agreed to slash some of its U.S. drug prices by up to 85% and sell directly to the American public. And that meant it secured a 3-year reprieve from U.S. President Donald Trump's long-threatened tariffs on the pharma industry. So here are the 3 reasons why I've picked them. Number 1, the pharma stocks are seeing their strongest weekly gains in data going back to 1980. This kind of broad sector momentum is important because it suggests that Pfizer's rally isn't just company-specific, but part of a re-rating of pharma as a whole. Number 2, some relief from the Trump overhang. I'm talking about the tariffs, of course. Investors love certainty. So removing or alleviating regulatory or policy risk often unlocks upside in stocks previously held back by uncertainty. So no more uncertainty surrounding tariffs and pharma anymore. And number 3, the concessions they are going to make, i.e. discounting in Medicaid, are calibrated so as not to destroy their margins disproportionately. So we're not going to see much effect to their bottom line.
Ooh, fantastic, Emaad. Well, I see you guys have got good options here. Well, it seems like Ryan has got his own pick as well. Unfortunately, he's not with us in the studio, but I will announce it for him on his behalf.
All right, what is it?
Okay, guys, Ryan has decided to pick a meat stock, all right? Specifically Genus, that's turning bull breeding material into big business and growth on the London Exchange.
That's a left field pick, man. Wow.
I don't know what is going on with this guy, but he's chosen something really interesting. And for the less informed, right, Genus is basically a world leader in animal genetics, supplying high-quality bovine, including cattle, buffalo, and bison, using their DNA to breed healthier, more productive herds globally. So these are his 3 points that he raised, right? Number 1, it's a global dominant player. Genus controls a major share of the global market for cattle and genetics and artificial insemination. So essentially, they consider themselves as one of the biggest players out there. It is their greatest economic mode. So I suppose that would be Ryan's big driving factor. The second point would be the fact that biotech is now meeting agriculture. So it applies advanced genetic science, including this new technology called CRISPR technology to enhance livestock traits and disease resistance. And that's quite a rare fusion for farming and biotech innovation. And it proves that this is a step in advancement in technology. And perhaps, you know, who knows, we might be eating greater tasting cattle in future, I guess.
Why not, Audrey?
Yeah. You're a huge fan now, aren't you? Okay. And of course, the final point that Ryan raised was that it has a sustainable growth story after all. With rising global protein demand, Genus enables farmers to produce more with less, and that is likely to support food security and sustainability. We'll see how this pans out for Genus, because as of the 6th of October, it seems like it's last traded at about 2,350 British pence.
Okay, British pens. All right. Well,
Yes.
Genius Ryan has spoken. I think that we have 4 pretty interesting stocks to watch.
Yes, we do.
And we are going to be reviewing this at the end of the month with Dan to see who comes out on top.
So
That's
tell
right.
us which of the 4 you think is going to be
Hot or not? That would be Alibaba, Pfizer, Pop Mart, and Genus by yours truly, Ryan Huang. Okay, guys, and that will pretty much wrap it up for our analysis of today's stock in focus. 8855-0893. Text us and tell us who will come up on top. Here, guys, here's some fun facts about the stock market.
Let's go.
Does anyone of you know how old the stock market is?
What? No.
Is it 200 to 300 years old?
Very close, but still quite far.
500.
It's 400 years old, Emaad Akhtar.
Okay.
Okay.
Not too far off.
So, yeah, it started quite late, but do you know where it started from?
I'm going to...
Germany?
Oh, that's it.
Close enough.
I'm going for a left field guess. I
Yeah.
suppose it's not the United States.
I would go London.
Not that far off.
Okay.
Netherlands.
Oh,
In,
Netherlands, all right.
1602. All right. Started by this company called the Dutch East India Company, and they started issuing paper shares. So shareholders could sell and buy these paper shares, and that actually started, the first concept of a stock market. So this led to the creation of the oldest stock market, the Amsterdam Stock Exchange, today known as the Euronext Stock Exchange.
Excellent.
So guys, what do you call cows that have a sense of humor?
Moo.
A mood booster?
No. A laughing stock.
Okay. Well,
One more. Why do cinnamon sticks have such great stock advice all the time? Cinnamon sticks.
because you get to dip low.
Good try.
Was that a good try?
Because they're all insider trading.
Okay, I have one. What's the most famous saying in the stock market?
I don't know, but I think Ryan's got a good one.
Buy low, celebrate high.
Oh, very good, Emaad. And that's all we have for companies to watch.
Before acting on the information on Money FM, please consider if it's suitable for your own investment objectives, financial situation, and risk tolerance.
Money FM 89.3.